So, hello and welcome to my Terraria world exploring, I guess, or presentation, however you prefer. And basically, this is my about 2-year-old Terraria world. I created this in 2018, I think, after I deleted my original Terraria world, after I got kind of sick of it. And I mean, I haven't completed the game in itself in this world, but I think like architecturally and building wise it's quite complete, and that's why I kind of just wanted to create this video to just kind of show it around to whoever might see this video. So basically we're starting off from the right side of my region, and here is the first watchtower that guards my territory. This keeps all of the hallow and corruption away. And here is my forest that I was able to save as well. Nothing fancy about it. Here's a little pumpkin patch, as you can see. And here's where we come to the town, I guess. The first site is this museum of living creatures. As you can see, this contains almost all of them. And I kind of like this. It's kind of like a mix between a zoo and a museum. I don't know. And here is one of my original builds. This museum type thing is much more newer than this. And these two buildings right here are like the initial buildings that I created when I wanted to have like huge high rises in Terraria. This is like a huge NPC hotel. The roof design is really lavish, like as you can see, it's massive, partly due to the size of this hotel overall, and that's something I created like quite recently, after this hotel thing didn't have a roof for a couple of years. And I got so fed up with that I just decided to make some kind of roof at least, and this is what I did. And it's not the most fanciest thing I've ever done, but it serves the purpose. The first floor of this hotel is like the gathering area of the NPCs, the lobby / bar, and here's the cellar for the bar, and this is my the room I hold all of my business talks in with some of my friends or contacts that I will not disclose the names of, whose names I will not be disclosing. Yeah, and this is basically just my 3 floors of different crafting stations, and here's some statues and trophies I've gotten. With this building I went for a more industrialized style, as you can see from like the chimneys and the red bricks. Here's my vault with all my treasure. Yeah, these aren't really treasure here, but my money and such. Here's the basic storage area with just all of my main blocks and stuff, what have you. And here's a little pond that I can go to just stare at the dragonflies flying about and just think of existential questions. I have a little greenhouse here. I don't know, I don't tend to too much since I don't need the materials that much. This is a bulk storage, nothing out of the ordinary. There's really nothing to show. A little training hall where I can just beat up a bunch of dummies. Down here we arrive at the entrance for the underground city. Here's the boiler room for the underground city, boiler room / water treatment. And this is a little storage room for the city. This is the first resident of our underground city, Tanya, the Dryad. She is kind of secluded from everyone else here in her little cave. Then when you go these stairs down, this always takes a while. You should come up with like a teleporter or something to get down faster, I don't know. Here's the first thing about our like city, I guess, is the little park I have with the huge tree. I don't know what kind of tree this is. It's supposed to be some magical fantasy tree or something like that. This is a little marketplace with just some food for the residents. Ralph, our merchant, is that the name? Lives here. He has like the fanciest living quarters of everyone out of here. He lives with the Maya the dog. Right beside him, like opposite of him, lives Gauffin, the zoologist, with Donnie the bunny. If you go up here, we've got the Dwyer the tax collector. Tyler the angler lives here. He has a little window from where he can observe the underground lake that's going on here. He also has a bunch of seashells and such. There's a mechanic and the party girl. They live here with the Sekhmet, the cat. As you can see, there's a bunch of like these pipes going around just as a, I don't know, an added feature that doesn't serve a purpose. It's just aesthetics. I thought it would look kind of cool, considering it's like a whole underground complex. Here's a little cleaning closet or whatever. And this is the first apartment of like the underground part of the city. Someone lived here, I don't know, they left, never came back. So it's, you know, an abandoned apartment. Then we go to the right and we have the steampunkers quarters, which are currently held off by the goblin tinkerer for some reason. And this is the goblin tinkerer's quarters. Here lives our blacksmith. Technically he's a tavern keep, but his name is blacksmith, so that's why he gets to be the blacksmith. And for some reason these three NPCs always get stuck here. I don't know why, it's really annoying. Yes, you can see his name is blacksmith. And then there's Dominic, I guess, who's the weapon salesman. He has like the, you know, just weapons he can sell. And then the obvious miner 69er who lives here. And then we go down and this is the last NPC, and this is the, I guess, the fanciest setup he has. He has like this huge underground cave going on for him, this mystical cave with this fantasy tree, and then this huge pool or lake. He has this little tower. It's a bit chunky, as you can see. It should be a bit skinnier compared to the height, but you know, that's something I only noticed after I was almost done with it, so I didn't really bother changing it. Plus, you know, it's not like it looks bad or anything. That's just how it is. So here again, I just stopped the recording for a while to wait the night out, because in Terraria everything looks better in daylight, and then I had to fight off an entire pirate invasion, goddammit. But yeah, back again. So let's continue. So basically here's a little bridge over this small pond. This is my tree that I have in my front yard. I don't know why it's missing a leaf in there. I might have just hit it with a hammer and it's just, you know, squished. I don't know. I'll have to fix that later. And this is a bit bigger bridge over this gap. And here we arrive to this hill and to my own personal house. As you can see, it's obviously mandatory for my own house to be the most luxurious house there is. The NPCs can just live wherever. This is a nice little design I thought of for the interior, to have this kind of like inside garden. This is the basement, nothing special, just a furnace, some storage space, a boiler, and this kind of room from where I can observe the battle arena to the left. This is the back door, just a gnome statue and some trash cans. Here's my middle floor, the living room. Yeah, that's about it. The floor above it, I have the kitchen and a bathroom. Here's some little in between the floors storage space. It's purely aesthetics, you know, like a lot of the things I do in my world. They don't really serve a purpose. And on the top floor we have my own room. Yeah, that's about it. And to the left of my house, like I said, first we go to the basement, and from here we can just, you know, quickly get down to the battle arena. To the left we have a little walkway under these, I don't know what you'd even call them. They're not islands, as you can see, since they have this design of this kind of an overhang, I guess, of like a little hill, whatever. And here's just a teeny tiny bit of surviving normal desert in my area, after which it immediately turns to Hallow Desert, to the other side of this watchtower. This is like the left watchtower, and it's a bit different from the right one, as you can see. I kind of like to distinguish them from one another. Then we backtrack a bit, go back. And as we go up the floors of my factory building, we have this little ugly ass walkway up. And this is how we get to my tree farms. Nothing out of the ordinary. This is a little enclosure I did for farming grasshoppers, or golden grasshoppers more so. And quickly to the right we have this floating island type of thing. That was the last thing I did on this world. I just finished this like yesterday. From the left we have this abandoned floating island with this like abandoned castle. This is the small pumpkin patch of the sky for whoever lives in this small shack. Here's a little memorial grave island for the bestest cat that ever lived. My little Rufus. He died a few years ago. Yeah, he was, like I said, he was probably the best cat that I ever had. I still kind of miss him. But anyhow, then we have these background islands, you know, these transparent ones that you can fly through. They're supposed to be like a bit more far away. Then we have this island here with a little pond. This is like the autumn island, as you can see from the colors of the trees. Here's a little bigger pond. Here's a little cave island. You know, it's a bit more overgrown. It has these bushes on the background, and yeah, that's about it. And then we get to the more foresty islands, with one of them having this bigger tree on it, and you know, that's about it. That's about it. You're gonna have to excuse my speech impediment. And yeah, so this is about it. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to show. Like I said, I haven't yet completed the game. I still have to kill the lunatic cultist and the Moon Lord, and you know, I'm gonna do that maybe in the coming weeks. I don't know if I have motivation for it. Alright, here's a little above the residential islands. Here's a little, or island. Here's a little desert island with one cactus. Yeah. So this is it. Thanks for watching, if anyone bothered watching this. Again, thanks for watching. This isn't really my regular content, but I don't care. It's what I wanted to do. So, yeah. Bye bye. That's the dullest outro I could have ever done. Jesus fucking Christ. Also, I forgot to include it in the video, but here is a screenshot of my resource world's colony or settlement building complex that I made in one night after getting extremely inspired just out of nowhere. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, hope you enjoyed.